Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shiva Prasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome to Ravichandran Ashwinath Swaminathan ji. He himself is a cyber crime analyst and he did write books on data privacy. So that is an issue now which has come to the fore. Too much of dependence on man-created machines. You have seen what has happened on 9/11. Unfortunately, our heart goes with all those innocent souls who lost their lives. Taking your own transport planes and hitting your world's biggest towers in New York, in America, even rushing such planes into Pentagon, world's toughest structure, making even the President of America to rush and hide in the bunkers along with the Vice President. It's on the record, correct us. So the technology which America was boasting of came to their own inefficiency in handling, so that they lost the Twin Tower, the tallest tower in the world, precious lives. And since then, what is happening, you have seen. They said Osama bin Laden, they went and killed him in Pakistan. But can anyone guarantee that the man-made, man-invented technology can be superior to humans' intellectual? This is what I've been saying right from 9/11. Still, we don't learn lessons. That is how India under Modi and Amit Shah, supported by now Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu, unfortunately, they don't have proper advisors. I am very sure, I am ready to discuss with them. They don't have think tank in their parties, including opposition. Rahul led India too. No think tank. You don't think. We are challenging through DRTSPR channels. Come on, let us debate whether it is NDA, UPA, or communist parties or AIMIM, because nothing can parallel human brain. Again, let me reiterate, nothing can parallel human brain. So many instances from 9/11 to the Mumbai's everything and all, we have seen how they entered through the Mumbai coast. Are we learning? You don't. You want to turn India's beautiful mixed economy wherein public sector units, they function utilizing human resources coupled with natural resources in a transparent and accountable way. Anyone can question them. They can be punished. That fear is always there in those managing public sector units. But when you make public sector units to become Adani's and Ambani's estates, you have seen the 5,000 crore marriage of Ambani and how Adani becomes the richest during COVID-19 time, when precious lives were being lost, jobs were being lost in India and elsewhere. These fellows, they were becoming rich, near rich. That is the irony. You allow mixed economy to become capital economy like America, wherein one or two try to control everything. And what if those controlled corporates crash? The entire country crashes, because you don't have anything alternative. Yes, they say we have backup and we still believe in. We are also doing some digital shows, connecting guests. My guest is in Coimbatore. I am from Hyderabad, Old City. We are doing this important show. Once again, the Microsoft outage, the crashing of the software of Microsoft, or endangering the hardware of Microsoft, whatever you say. But the performance, the functioning of Microsoft based, all countries utilize Microsoft in a big way. They depend solely and wholly. They say 10, Microsoft 10, Microsoft 7, 8, 9. If they crash for a moment, what will happen to the services they are rendering? Right from official to personal services, including emergencies like health, which is wealth. And what about the flights, radars and all, which they run using these technologies? All of a sudden, if it crashes, and many other banking, railways, transport, you say the least, and the education sectors also. What happens? Even for a temporary, they are saying, they are correcting. You try to, again, they say restart everything. That I've come to know, 20%, 30%. But how is that this crash is happening? Are we learning? Did America learn its lessons? and how India is trying to give everything to Bill Gates in the form of health and everything. It's a shame. Did America learn? Is it allowing the entire world to learn? And World Economic Forum, World whatnot, World Trade Organization, everything they want to control. Now on the other side, again, Russia, through China, they want to. At the same time, they have to understand nothing can parallel human brain. At this point of time, we do not know what has happened. Why? I'll take a forward from Ravichandran ji and then I'll try to show you some videos. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. Now we have a global issue facing us today. Microsoft 365, Microsoft Azure cloud storage, and apps running on those cloud storages have crashed. The crash Microsoft is attributing to, they have outsourced a part of their cloud security to a third party called CrowdStrike. Now, CrowdStrike has uploaded an updated version of their this thing onto Microsoft Azure, and Microsoft says that is the reason for the crash. Now, I am not as an end user, as a citizen of this country, I am not interested in what Microsoft has outsourced, what Microsoft is doing. I'm not interested in the process. I am only interested in the effect that such a crash, what impact such a crash has on the economy on a global scale. And this is what I have been talking about for the last 12 years. It is not yesterday or day before yesterday. I have been talking about this since the last 12 years in different forums. And everywhere I have been warning people that if you are going to be dependent upon one single vendor or two vendors for your operating systems, and those two vendors are located elsewhere, that is not inside the country, then you are asking for big time trouble. Today, Microsoft operations are based out of US. And a major amount of IT systems in India are based on Microsoft. If Bill Gates catches a cold in US, India is going to suffer COVID in India. And this is today we are seeing it on a global scale, on a massive scale. Like you said, Dr. Reddy, innovation for the sake of innovation, technology for the sake of technology, will ruin us all in the long run. As far as technology is concerned, Murphy's law will apply categorically. And what is Murphy's law? Things will go wrong at the most critical moment. Today, things have gone wrong. Today, Australia is back into the Stone Age almost. They are writing out, booking tickets and writing out boarding passes by hand because there is no backup. Bank payments are being held up in Australia, New Zealand, and other places also. Our banks, if they are having storage in the cloud, then they will also have issues here. Airlines have been grounding fleets all over the globe, all over the world. London Stock Exchange is facing problems. Some London banks are also facing problems. And all, why? Because one small cybersecurity company made an error while updating their security policies on a Microsoft Cloud Azure. This is the reason. And this is what I have been warning all along. So when the government of India says digital payments 100% secure, today even digital payments are being affected. So what happens to that 100% guarantee? Who is going to answer all these people? so many man hours lost, so many people losing flights, so many critical operations being suspended, stock exchanges not functioning properly, media outlets, the ability to give out news is also being affected. Who is going to answer to all this? Will the government take up the responsibility for it? Why? We have an operating system in India called BOSS, BOSS, developed by Isro. Why has the government not taken it up on a war footing? And why has it not encouraged all Indians to go back to BOSS and stop depending upon foreign operating systems on which we have got no control absolutely whatsoever? I have been talking about this for the last 12 years. And I am sorry that this has to hit the people on the head to make them understand.
Atmanirbhar. They don't understand the meaning, Amit Shah and Modi. What is Atmanirbhar?
And this is where Atmanirbhar should have come. This is where the priority should have come. Now, my secondary problem is we are dependent upon the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, and his NGOs for vaccines and medicines for our health also. Tomorrow, if it is affected by a similar virus or a similar malware or a similar malfunction, the health of all Indians are at stake.
That is what
nobody in the government to listen to all this. And I have been talking about this for the last 13 years.
They should be well read to understand.
We should be
good advisors. Though they don't have both. Either they should be well read to understand or they should have good advisors. Both are not happening. See, at the stroke of elections, how Modi is trying to engage Bill Gates, and both are discussing. And what is the degree quality, understanding of Bill Gates in regards to health? How is he trying to engage Mr. Modi, a prime minister of the country? What is this nonsense going on? That beats my intelligence, Ravichandran ji.
No, today you have an outage. Because of this outage, stock markets crashing. And unfortunately, this has got a domino effect. One service is affected, that will affect the other service, it will affect the other service, it will affect the other service, and so on. It is a chain reaction. And if this is the position of just one company, just imagine if some country like China or Pakistan or North Korea decides to bring down the internet, what will happen?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why are we not Atmanirbhar, Mr. Modi? What is the meaning of Atmanirbhar? Atmanirbhar का मतलब क्या है? हमारा बॉस टेक्नोलॉजी इसरो को इतना मानते हैं आप, क्यों बाजू लगा दिया? कैसे बड़े सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, यूट्यूब या फेसबुक, लोग रेडी है, तैयार है, लेकिन आप मौका ही नहीं देते। आप अदानी अंबानी क्या कर रहे हैं आप? और ये लोग कहाँ डिपेंड करते हैं? चाइना और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऐसे संस्थाओं पे। क्या हाल होगा देश की, आप देख रहे हैं आज पूरी दुनिया की हाल क्या है, बेहाल। जो 9/11 जिस तरह वहां के प्लेन्स लेकर अमेरिका खुद को किस तरह विनाश किया है, क्या हमारी ये मेदस को कुछ मशीन्स कंट्रोल कर सकता है? क्या हो रहा है भाई? प्लस सर प्लीज।
Actually, day before yesterday, I was addressing a college in Coimbatore. And in that college, when I was talking to the students, I asked this question. All you people are on the net. You place all your material, all your projects, all your ideas, everything is on the net. You store all your data on the net. Suppose the net crashes. What will happen to all your data? Today, we are seeing that position. Because of crash of Microsoft, people are losing data. Those who are depending upon Microsoft Cloud are losing data. They are not able to access it. Now, God alone knows if some other person is accessing those clouds and taking out the data, we don't know.
Yes.
Honestly, we don't know.
Yes.
And some of our banks are also having our data on the same cloud.
Sibyl, sir, Sibyl, where are the Sibyl servers? Those fellows, they try to
Civil
harass
services is also in
those
US.
bugger Sibyl. Reserve Bank of India sleeping, and Modi, Amit Shah, Nirmala Sitharamanji, they don't understand anything. Where are the Sibyl servers in America? Entire data.
America. And
Entire data.
now another additional problem. I will tell you about yesterday I was talking to the college students and I was telling them, when you are dependent upon a single entity or a single platform for all your details, and suppose that platform crashes, has anybody done any risk analysis about the internet, about Microsoft, about Google, about Facebook, about WhatsApp? Nobody has done any risk analysis on all these things. And if these things crashes, what happens to communication? Your entire communication system crashes. That is why, as a corollary to this, at least now the government should wake up and ensure that Reliance Jio does not get a monopoly on communications in India. It is not enough. If tomorrow, if Reliance has got an issue, if Ambani has got an issue, if Jio gets an issue, does that mean that we have all got to close down? We have already gone through this trauma once when Reliance telecommunications crashed, when Anil Ambani declared himself bankrupt. That time we were forced to transfer our phones from Reliance to other companies. Today we are in the same situation where only 2 or 3 companies are holding the entire country communications in their hands. One is Reliance Jio, which is having the maximum amount of subscribers. The second is Airtel. The third is Vodafone. And in that process, BSNL has been emasculated.
Destroyed.
BSNL was a government firm. Why didn't the government support BSNL?
MTNL closed down.
And it was privatized.
Right. And again, in
So,
partnership,
now
Vodafone,
if
partnership
one of
with
these-
foreign countries,
if-
British and all, they are having our vital communications, wherein every finance, digitalization of
Correct.
our accounts also has been done, payments, and they foreign companies, how
Yes.
Modi and Amit Shah, I don't understand. And not only that, see, Anil Ambani, he said he's broke with Realcom. The same technology Jio takes up and he gets bank loans and he is trying to do everything. And believe me, now Anil Ambani has been given 30,000 crores of Rafale offset contracts of defense. When he could not be successful in communications, the defense also is in the hands of Anil Ambani. Tomorrow, if he goes bankrupt there, what will happen to the defense of this country? Yes, sir, please.
See, the issue is monopolies, vendors, monopoly suppliers, monopoly business people are going to be a dangerous to this country always.
Right.
Only when the government understands it, then we will improve.
Yeah, we should be a mixed economy.
Similarly,
Public sector units, small scale, marginal, medium scale industries,
similarly,
then corporates. Not like corporates only in Europe and America. What is happening to those countries you have seen? Countries will become emancipated in freedom. It is only namesake freedom, but those 1 or 2 companies will completely control their economies and they will fund who has to win and who has to lose. So democracy derailed or in the hands of those 2 corporates. If it is a capitalist economy, as you rightly said, 1 or 2 controlling entire country, right from communications to transport to food and health and education. So India is a mixed economy. Now they are trying to close down all public sector units one by one. After this government came, what has happened in the last 10 years? And I'm not trying to say UPA also did. Everyone is doing the same. They get commissions and omissions. When those fellows have no experience in such fields, how is that you are allowing Adani to run railways, to take over ports? Absolute nonsense. Do they have any idea what business they were indulging in before? And how is that in the name of public sector units, running into losses, you are handing these public sector units on a platter to these fellows. This is how America and European Union is suffering, and they want India. That is why wake up call for all citizens. What has happened to our boss technology, as he rightly pointed out, created by ISRO? This AM ISRO every day, Mr. Modi and Amit Shah eulogizes. Then why are you not putting that into practice? Boss and alternative to Facebook and everything, and not only that, coup. Mr. Modi and BJP promoted coup. Now it is no more functioning. They said it is like an alternative to Twitter. What has happened to coup, Mr. Modi? They're all in sleeping mode. So I'll just show you this. Let people understand what this Microsoft outage, airlines, bank, stock market. Here is list of services affected due to CrowdStrike blue screen error. July 19th at 2:30 p.m. we got this news, which I'm trying to show. Now it is just not even 4. The global Microsoft outage is causing widespread disruptions across various sectors, from flights and the stock market to banking operations. Social media users are also reported long queues at Australian stores such as Woolworths due to payment system failures, as well as difficulties accessing financial institutions like National Australia Bank. Global airlines affected due to Microsoft outage. Microsoft experienced a global outage that had widespread repercussions, including significant disruptions to air travel. Major airlines such as India's Akasa, Indigo, Air India, Vistara, and SpiceJet faced operational challenges. Additionally, US low-cost carriers like Frontier Airlines, Allegiant, and Sun Country also reported issues affecting their services. We are currently experiencing technical challenges with our service provider, SpiceJet, Indigo. Our systems are currently impacted by a Microsoft outage. Indigo. Delhi Airport also reported that some services have been affected due to the global IT issue. Some of the services at the Delhi Airport were temporarily impacted. We are closely working. Elon Musk taunts with iconic meme of Chacha enjoying cricket while smoking. Delhi Airport due to the global IT issue. So these are some of the things. And now I'll show you what Microsoft is trying to show. Your PC ran into a problem and needs to restart. We are just collecting some error information and then we will restart for you, 20% complete. Like this. See, this is what is it. Due to the global Windows 10 crash, an error message on the blue screen is appearing on the screen. See, this is what. Whether you are experiencing social media market, see, these are all they're pointing out. Windows 10 users across the globe are facing crash. Windows 10 Microsoft reaction, and I've just shown you. It is a cyber attack. They say the National Cyber Security Coordinator of Australia, Mitchell McGuinness, has ruled out the possibility of a cyber attack behind the crash. I am aware of a large-scale technical outage affecting several companies and services across Australia. National Cyber Security Coordinator. I am aware of a large-scale technical outage affecting a Australian. Like there's many, and I'll just try to show you one video also as.
You know, this could have a financial fallout for a lot of sectors too.
No, absolutely. You're talking about productivity being lost. With every passing minute, it's going to be 3 hours now. With this entire outage. So all those man hours lost in the first place will translate into certain economic loss that's quantifiable. Apart from the fact that all those people who missed those flights or whose flights were delayed, who could not make it at a particular point in time to a particular place, that also will translate into some economic losses. So, from companies and organizations not being able to perform, to individuals not being able to perform, all of this will have an economic impact, Neha.
All of this likely to have an economic impact. That is really the fear here. How deep will the impact be? How widespread will it be? Let's certainly hope that, emergency services being hit in some parts of the world, such as the United States and the UK, do not mean that lives are actually at stake, because reports suggest that 911 emergency service in the United States has been hit, as has the National Health Service in the United Kingdom. The situation is serious. There isn't a single sector that has not been impacted by this. There's not a single country that has not been impacted. However, the magnitude of the impact and the fallout of all of this could vary from country to country. India's IT ministry has, in fact, given a statement trying to reassure everyone that they are in touch with Microsoft, which is working non-stop to resolve the issue, and that India's National Informatics Service Center, in India's National Informatics Center, I beg your pardon, NIC, which hosts government data and is responsible for most of government operations, has not been impacted. Maybe the impact is actually a lot worse in countries like the United States and the United Kingdom, in Australia and parts of Europe than it is here, but there isn't a single country that has not been affected by this. Let's listen in to some more reactions that have come in from different parts of India and the world.
Today's I got a news from my friend. He said today all server is down, Microsoft down and server is down. So I got delay. I'm going to urgent to get my boarding pass now.
Well, I'm from Auroville and close to Pondicherry, and I had a flight to Goa, and apparently it's been cancelled. But Indigo did not inform us by text or email at all. We've not received any form of intimation that the flight has been cancelled. Upon reaching here, on trying to get into the airport, was told by the CISFS officials that the flight has been cancelled and that we need to go meet with the Indigo team over there. And Indigo has made no arrangements whatsoever. So they're saying that they have a pan-India system outage at the moment. And that is also why they were not able to send out any information through either SMS or an email. So I'm not really sure what the alternate arrangements are. But for right now, it's quite crowded out there. As you can see, it's very hard to speak to the representatives. But what they're saying is, there are alternate plans. One needs to go online. It's called Plan B, and you need to book. But they're also stating that they cannot guarantee you that you'd get that flight. And they're also stating that they're not making any arrangements. You're on your own for the moment. And because the systems are just not working. So they don't have any way to communicate at the moment.
टिकट नहीं मिल रहा है, बोल रहा है कि सर्वर डाउन है, परेशान है हम लोग। बच्चे लोग को बंगलौर के लिए है, तो बच्चे को
ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल हो रहा है या नहीं?
नहीं, ऑनलाइन भी नहीं हो रहा। यहाँ के काउंटर पर मिल जाएगा, ये है वो है, फिर आए यहाँ पर तो कहता है कि नहीं सर्वर डाउन है, सर्वर डाउन बोल रहा है।
मैं भोपाल से आया हूँ और मेरे लगेज में वहां पर उन्होंने बताया कि सर्वर डाउन है। तो एक तो हमारा स्कैन नहीं हुआ और उसके बाद उन्होंने हमको लगेज भी मैनुअल करके दिया और मुझे सीट चेंज करानी थी, मैं सीट भी नहीं चेंज कर पाया। लगभग आधा घंटा फ्लाइट लेट हुई। तो फ्लाइट यहीं से लेट गई थी, क्योंकि जो इंडिगो की फ्लाइट यहाँ से जाती है वही फ्लाइट वहां से लौट के आती है। तो यहीं से लेट गई, करीब 40 मिनट लेट यहाँ से पहुंची और वही लेट फिर वहां से भी आधा घंटा लेट हुई। तो उन्होंने मैनुअल मुझे ये दिया, आप देख सकते हैं मैनुअल वो दिया, बैगेज टैग, और बैगेज मेरा जो है मैनुअली लिया और उसके बाद मुझे वैसे कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई।
सारे काउंटर पर सर्वर डाउन है।
क्या बोला जा रहा है?
टिकट काउंटर से नहीं बन पा रही।
टिकट काउंटर से ऑनलाइन कट रहा है, ऑनलाइन दिखा रहा है टिकट,
ऑनलाइन दिखा रहा है, बुक हो रहा है, बहुत हाई है, रेट बहुत हाई है,
लेकिन रेट बहुत हाई है और काउंटर से टिकट नहीं मिल रहा है।
नहीं मिल रहा,
सर्वर डाउन
बताया जा रहा है।
All right, let's now tell you what CrowdStrike, the third-party company, which is as responsible for this glitch as Microsoft is, has said in a statement that they've issued. CrowdStrike says, we are actively working with our customers. The impact has been caused by a defect which has been found in a single content update. The single content update was for Microsoft Windows hosts. CrowdStrike CEO has clarified that the issue has been identified, isolated, and the fix has been deployed. Amit Dubey, if I could come back to you at this point, does this sound reassuring to you? CrowdStrike CEO issuing a statement saying this entire issue has been identified, isolated, and a fix has been deployed, though they're still not telling us what the actual issue is.
So I'm not still sure, actually confident that they would have find the real root cause, but definitely they will be trying to fix it as soon as possible. So some alternative mechanisms would have been taken, but unless until we do a deep dive in detail, there is no, because there sometimes there are multiple such reasons to have such kind of situation. Now you may find one such reason and can fix it and can continue for the time being, but again it can repeat again, it can come back again because of some other such reasons which you would not have fixed. So I'm sure that there'll be some deep dive investigation which
So
will
it may come back again, and we are not sure what. This is what the world is witnessing. I don't want to play many more because let me listen to the most experienced in cyber crime, and he is the data privacy. All those bills have become such a major curse for Indians. They are trying to impose emergency by having Bill Gates like gentleman controlling health, education instead of looking into his own Microsoft. What will happen if Bill Gates, that gentleman who is supposed to take care of Microsoft, enters the health, public health of the world and including India and the education? God bless us. Yes, Ravichandran ji.
Dr. Reddy, now the CrowdStrike CEO says that the single content update has been, defect has been identified and the fix has been deployed. My question to that CEO is simple. Why was the defect not identified before uploading it? Which means that they do not have proper procedures for quality testing the software before updating it. Is this what the CEO is wanting to convey? And is this what Microsoft is doing? And if a cybersecurity person is not able to there is no quality control security are these people talking about?
Yeah, that your point is very well taken. So that is why
Murphy's law is very clear. Things will go wrong at the most critical point. It has gone wrong now. And who is going to pay for all these economic losses? Is Microsoft going to pay it? Or is CrowdStrike willing to pay it? Now, look at it from another angle. Okay, I assume that this is a software, technical jargon, software glitch. ये लोग शब्दों में खेलते हैं. Software glitch, technical glitch. Okay, boss, technical glitch ho gaya. Hundreds of thousands of crores of rupees has been lost. Fine. Today we have survived. Arey Baba, if this attack has been done by China, Pakistan, North Korea, then what happens to your country?
Yes, that is the.
हाँ, तभी भी वही बोलेंगे. Sorry, sir, it's a technical glitch. अरे ये these people are living in cuckoo land. ये गुमराह करते हैं हमको. These people are cheating us, conning us, and unfortunately, the Minister of MEITY, is he aware of this? What actions has he taken? Why has Sutton not come out with any statement at all? We have a beautiful ministry called Mighty. अरे कहाँ है आपका might?
Where is he?
And what is the PM's guarantee? Modi का guarantee क्या हुआ? Digital payment 100% secure. Digital India. अरे बाबा Digital India तो it is dependent upon Bill Gates. तो क्या guarantee आप दे सकते हैं? When even Bill Gates is not able to guarantee his own product. And all of our systems are based on Microsoft. This is what I have been crying aloud for the last 15 years. Build up your infrastructure, build up your operating systems, build up your servers, etc., hardware. And today we are coming and talking about semiconductors. If you, I remember in 1975-76, when I was in college, there was a company in Maytur which was ready to produce semiconductors. The government of India, the then government of India refused permission to them. And today you are spending crores of rupees under PLI asking Taiwan, again you are asking a third party to come and set up their industry here.
Ashwini, Railway Minister come Technology Minister. He goes around boasting about semiconductor. So many railway accidents. He doesn't take any responsibility. Now what he has got to say? What he has got to say about third party?
And this
understandings.
this semiconductor technology, you are importing it from China and Taiwan. Then Atma Nirbhar क्या हुआ?
Goida. So
I am
finishing words.
very upset today, Dr. Reddy.
Yes,
I am terribly upset today.
Yes, equally. When you,
Because
yeah, please go ahead.
when you want people to be careful, nobody takes action, and suddenly we are faced with a situation where everything goes bankrupt. It is frustrating. My anger is due to frustration. People don't
Frustration when
listen.
you have the better brains in India who could develop, who have already developed, who have got the innovative technologies like BOSS by Isro. And if you ask BOSS and Defense, they can provide you the best of the indigenous hardware and software. But you don't want, because all the governments, whether it is UPA, NDA or communist, whoever it is, they want commissions that has been proved through electoral bonds. Thanks to Supreme Court, at least now Supreme Court has to enter this field also, policy making. Even Supreme Court has gone. Now, video conference.
This is becoming absurd. Theater of the absurd.
So they are also, because you are doing video conference.
Ridiculous.
If
It
you
is a
use these
ridiculous
technologies,
situation.
what will happen? Supreme Court of India, understand? So this is the show today. We are very upset when you
Okay.
have Atm Nirbhar-Boss technology and so many other, I don't want to name them, who have created Mr. Namo, Mr. Modi, you are aware. The same gentleman is languishing in Bengaluru. They have got indigenous Indian Facebook, YouTube, everything. Whenever YouTube pulls down those videos, they are ready to support me. When you have got inherent Indian technologies, Modi ki guarantee, why you don't want to utilize or use them? You will sit with Bill Gates, who is supposed to engage himself with Microsoft. Now Microsoft is crashing, but he wants to come and invest in vaccines to kill people without any scientific or logic understanding. He wants to invest in health and education, through World Health Organization, he wants to control the world. It's shaming everyone. At least now politicians, political parties have a proper think tank. And now I demand every citizen of India start discussions at panchayat level, municipality, then at the floor of the assembly, then parliament. Only then a policy should be made, not from top to down, wherein they are in hand in glove with all these corporates through electoral bonds. This is how the public purpose, public utility, and the country administration will come to a standstill when you depend upon one capitalist or one such type of technology, as being witnessed now in the form of Microsoft outage after 9/11 strike. Still Americans or European Union, they are not changing. Very sorry state of affairs in India. We are trying to ape the same technology, the same type of economic mindsets, and the same capitalistic mind of corporates. They don't have any backup. Now who is going to bear these losses? Microsoft, Bill Gates, stop funding into health and education. Now you take the blame and you have to pay damages. Now Modi ki guarantee has to come to the rescue of all those who have lost in India and elsewhere, all the political parties and those parties who have received donations. Thank you very much, Ravichandran Swaminathan ji. Anyone can participate. My number is 9440465339. You can defer debate with us. Same Google Pay and Phone Pay is attached to 944046.